Some people now got the concept of covering in a wrong way. They are wrapping, they're not covering. So there's something called cover, and there's something called wrap, you know. So if, for example, so if I take this cup, and I wrap it properly, and it's still, you can see the you know, there's a curve, and this side is round, and this is smaller than the, you know. But if you say cover, means something big, so you cannot see what exactly it is, how big it is, you know. So this is the problem nowadays with our sisters. May Allah forgive us all, that they wrap themselves, you know, and they don't cover themselves. And there's a big, you know, difference between wrap and yes, sorry, cover. You want to say something? I think you forgot. No.
I was reading this week, and I was waiting to come ask. I was reading about the women in Islam as far as covering, and it seemed like from what I was reading that the scarf is not enough. Is that they're really supposed to be completely covered? But I don't know. What is the Quran or the Hadith say on that?
What was your first part of the question? I couldn't
He
get.
was talking about like the women covering themselves.
Yeah, okay.
He's talking about the hijab.
Okay.
Hijab, that was the word, right?
Hijab.
Hijab and
Okay.
niqab are two different-
And the covering of the full face.
The face or the hand, or you mean the whole hand or everything?
From what I was reading, it sounded like the scholar was saying that the woman should be completely covered, and the scarf is not enough. That's a Western idea.
Okay, I'll explain to you. Now, first of all, let's take the word hijab. You know, the word hijab, literally it does not mean covering, you know, or the scarf, that, you know, you cover your face, not face, the head, the hair and the head and everything. Hijab literally means that you put a barrier. For example, so this is a cup, right? If I do like this, I'm making hijab now for you to see the cup. So anything I will cover up or hide or put a barrier, that's called hijab, you know. And before women, Allah talks us, you know, Allah Almighty talking to the men to make hijab or to apply the hijab. Now, what kind of hijab we should apply? We should wear something or something like that? No. Allah said that whenever you see a woman, you should look down, you know, lower your gaze. You should not just stare at her from the first street till the end and you're just looking at her. No. If you're in the market and someone just appear in front of you, put your head down and just go to place that you want to go. You know. So this is the first instruction. People, you know, usually talk about the hijab or the scarf of a woman. If you read the instructions first to the men, because this is our problem that we see. You know, we're the one who looks and make our gaze just go everywhere and look around and this and that and check everything. So number one instructions for us that, of course, yes, look everywhere. But once there is a female which is not lawful to you, lawful means a wife, you know, or a daughter or something like that. If she is not lawful to you, put your head down, put your eyes down, and make hijab. Means make a barrier between you and her. So you will not go and start looking at her and then look into her figure and then your mind start going and thinking and imagining. And this is normal, by the way. Yeah, this is normal.
Yeah, normal.
We are all human, and by the way, we are all men.
Yeah.
Let us be serious.
Yes.
Don't say I'm a Muslim or I'm a Hindu or I'm a Christian. This is a normal feeling.
All men do so.
Exactly. Yes, we Muslims, even we have a feelings. We are not feelingless people, right? So even if there's a woman and she is wearing very tight clothes or something like that, obviously you will look at her. But of course, we know the instructions to look down.
She is beautiful.
Of course. So if she's beautiful and she's wearing very tight clothes and maybe many clothes, or maybe, you know, maybe mini skirts or something like that, it's normal to look at her. But of course, we know the instructions, look down, right? But what about those who don't know about it? They will look and they will look and they will start imagining. And this goes also the kidnapping and raping. And of course, we all know these things, you know.
Yeah.
This, you know, in a long term, this will happen, you know, if a person is doing that. Because this, the scholar says that, you know, once you look, this is the first step. Now you start looking. Okay, maybe you will not do to this woman, but next time the looking part will become very normal to you. So you will look here and you will look there and you will. So every day you are just looking. Now there will be, you know, poke from inside. You know, the shaitan will poke you that, you know, just try to, you know, talk to her. Try to, you know, go and do, and then you might talk, you know, and then okay, exchange the numbers, and then okay, let's meet up, and then, you know, at the end, we know what will happen. So why you started from the beginning? If there's anything like that, no, not lawful to you, just put your head down. So this is the hijab for the men, actually. You know, the God Almighty talking about the hijab, you have to apply or implement it in your life. Secondly, same thing with the woman, that cover yourself, cover yourself and do not show your beauty except to those who are lawful to you. So her husband, because once she is married, she's lawful to her husband. She can wear whatever she wants, and it's completely fine. So, for example, now what is now required for a Muslim lady to cover her beauty? So everything, I'm sure you saw the abaya, the black dress or something like that. And it's not necessarily black, but the scholar said it's preferable black because black can prevent everything. Otherwise, if you start wearing the soft light colors, that can be with the sun or with the water or with something like that, it can expose person's body. So black or dark colors are preferable. So for example, if she's covering completely head to toe, and she's covering her hair, which is the main beauty, face is fine. Some of the scholars says face is fine. Some other scholars says even the face sometimes cause a problem, because if a face is so beautiful, it can also make a problem. So they said no, it's better to cover it up. So it's a difference of opinion. If a person would like to just cover her head with showing the face, it's fine. If a person would like to complete cover herself, it's completely fine. So we cannot say that this is right and this is wrong. It's up to them. The choice is up to them. But the minimum required is covering the hair, the head. So at least the other person, the other gender, will not look into for example, the hair or hand or legs or whatsoever.
So
that
at minimum, a Muslim woman should have her hair covered.
Hair covered and wear decently.
Regarding the face, regarding the head, the minimum is that.
The head. But unfortunately now, this is the problem. Some people think that for a believing woman, it's very important to cover her head. So she's covering, so if you look only the head, you say, oh, she's a believer woman. She is like a, like a Mother Mary. If you just look, from top on the top, you will say, okay, this is a Mother Mary. She is look like very covered up. And once you just go down, it's completely like as I said, tight either jeans or tight shirt, and you can figure out every single piece of her that the whole body structure. So this hijab is not actually doing anything to her, because she's exposing her beauty or she's exposing her body to the others. So a person should maintain that she have to make a barrier between her body or her beauty to the others. So no point, some people, they don't get it properly. They just wrap, and this is a problem. Some other, I was reading that some people now got the concept of covering in a wrong way. They are wrapping, they're not covering. So there's something called cover, and there's something called wrap, So if, for example, if I take this cup, and I wrap it properly, and it's still, you can see there's a curve, and this side is round, and this is smaller than but if you say cover, it means something big, so you cannot see what exactly it is, how big it is, So this is the problem nowadays with our sisters, may Allah forgive us all, that they wrap themselves, and they don't cover themselves. And there's a big, difference between wrapping and covering.
It's tight.
Yeah.
Sheikh, I have just a question because it comes up sometimes regarding the niqab. Aisha radiallahu anha, when she, after Rasulullah passed away, or I don't know when, but she used to wear like a face covering, like a full one, right?
Allahu alam, I don't know, but as I know, according to the ayah, according to the verse in the Quran, that they used to wear al-khimar. The word khimar is something big, something really big, a piece of cloth, and they put it from their head until it's one piece. So it's not like one piece of abaya and second piece of what we are doing right now. It's one piece. They put it up in them, so it's from head to toe. It's covered. So obviously the face will be covered.
So was it strictly because of Rasul's wives, or?
The ayah, the verse says that, Ya ayyuhan Nabi, O Prophet, tell your wives and the believing woman.
Okay.
So believing woman covers all the Muslims, So this is what the ayah says. But also some of the mashayikh, they also went and they come up with the evidence, hadith, that also some of the women at that time, they used to wear this big khimar or this veil, but their faces still shown. So that's what I'm saying. This is difference of opinion. Either you completely cover, it's fine. Either you completely cover with showing your face, it's fine, you know.
So
Basically, what you heard
both are
is I think one opinion of the scholar that no, they have to cover everything, but the other opinion of the scholar, because as I told you, our basic is either Quran or the Hadith. In the Hadith, you will find both, as the brother mentioned that, you know, yes, some of the women, they are completely covered at the time of Prophet, and of course, when the Prophet see the situation and agrees upon it, this is considered as something in a part of religion, that he either didn't deny it or didn't, you know, say anything about it. And some other women, it says in the hadith, you come across with it, that some of the women, when they used to come and ask the Prophet any question, they are covered, but their face are, you know, exposed. So in this case, you have two different opinions. Some scholars say, no,
Yeah.
it's better you cover. Some scholars said, no, it's better. If you would like to cover, it's okay, but it's okay to show your face.
So is it, I don't know, is it frowned upon a Muslim woman who doesn't cover at all?
Yes.
It's what?
Is it considered a bad thing if a Muslim woman does not cover?
She is not following the instructions of God Almighty, you know. So of course, yeah, she is like she is involved into a sin. But of course, you know, she could be a good. By the way, this is a problem. From last 20, 30, 50 years, this is what happened. You know, some good people, good women, they grow up, and no one told them that the hijab is compulsory. So they take it, it's an optional. Either I take it or I don't take it, you know. And they grow up without taking it. And then their children, you know, they grow up and they say their mother is not you know, wearing, she's not wearing, so, you know, I don't have to wear. So, and some of them, they said, okay, I went to school, I learned about it, I saw my friends wearing it, so they will wear it. But the concept of obligatory, they don't know, majority of them. But it is obligatory. And some of women, Brother Ibrahim was telling me, that he said one of the best employee, you know, in his department, or maybe in one of the department which is next to his office, he's saying, praying, she's going 5 times a day and praying. In Ramadan, she's fasting, and she is very kind, and she is very helpful, and she is, you know, even helping the poor and the office boy and everything, you know, time to time. But she's not wearing hijab. So he's thinking, like, you know, this woman, there's something missing. I'm sure with all this kindness, with all this religion that she has, and she's praying and fasting, there's something missing. She doesn't know about it. So what the brother Ibrahim did, and may Allah reward him, he took a link of YouTube of Yusuf Estes. You know, there's one guy, his name is Yusuf Estes.
Yeah, I've been watching him.
You're watching him?
Yeah,
With
Yusuf Estes.
yeah, white beard, right? A guy with a white beard.
Stevie.
Yeah,
Right.
guy is TV. So he's funny, you know, sometimes he cracks jokes and something like that. So he was like a 5 minutes video, he's talking about hijab. But in a way, it's like a fun or something like that. And what he did, you know, he sent it to group of, you know, he didn't send it to the sister. And this is one of the, you know, you call it wisdom. You cannot just sometimes go and tag directly to talk to the person. So he put many emails into 2, you know, addressing. And he included email of the sister as well, you know. And he put that link and he sent it. He said, Allah knows best. He said, I don't know. Maybe this is the email, this is the reason, and Allah knows best. But after a few months, he saw the sister, she's wearing hijab. You know, alhamdulillah, Allah guided her. So sometimes, you know, you never know. A person is really good, but he does not know about it. And once a person knows that it's compulsory, it's obligatory, they will do it, you know. So brother did a good job, you know, sending an email to everyone, including her. And he said, I'm not sure. Still, he was telling me some time ago that I'm not sure. It could be my email, it could be from Allah. She just got the guidance, you know. But it's obligatory, yes. So, but the one who's not doing it, yes, she is, of course. She is either ignorant and maybe she does not know about it.